1, 2, 3.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm on Trackstar.
We're live.
Ah! Sorry.
We're on the roof right now.
The sun is shining, the sky is blue.
What are we above? What's down there?
The CBS Broadcast Center, which is where we film our show. You were just on.
We have one of the biggest internet sensations joining us at the desk. And by the way, is it true this is your talk show debut?
First time.
Oh my God! Oh, this is so exciting!
That was so fun. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you for coming on the show. I'm like so grateful. I've been researching you and I just love what you guys are doing so much. And so to be a part of that, it feels very special for us. Thank you.
Just introduce yourself.
I am Drew Barrymore and I am honored to be on Trackstar.
Here you go.
Shake it up, baby, now. Twist and shout the Beatles.
Yes. Tell me about the Beatles.
I love the Beatles. I always have. There was one point, actually, AM radio had an exclusive Beatles station. Maybe it was FM. I can't remember, but Breakfast with the Beatles. I listened to it obsessively, and all they did was play the Beatles. You know, I was born in 1975, so that is post when they were together, but I grew up in the era where Elvis and the Beatles and all that music was still so prevalent and relevant, coming out of a lot of rock and blues, going into a lot of disco. And then, of course, I'm a child of the 80s as well, so bring on the synth rock. I've always loved every type of music.
Yeah.
There's not really a genre I'm opposed to.
That's me too. If it sounds good, I'm into it.
There's certain types of jazz I can't eat to, because it's like, and I'm like, But other than that, anything.
1 for 1.
Oh my God, I know this so well. I'm so mad at myself right now.
Take your time.
Oh God.
Yes.
Mother. David Bowie. Yes. Oh God. I'm out of it. David Bowie, probably my biggest crush growing up. And I always talk about how I love David Letterman and Ted Koppel, but David Bowie was like the sexiest man, and I loved his androgyny. I loved his fashion and his style. And he single-handedly taught me to like change your look. You don't stay the same.
Yes.
You evolve, you chameleon, you present in different moods at different times, and he's the ultimate icon.
We just continued to change and push, never did the same thing twice.
Every single decade was on point, evolved, but stayed true to himself.
How about a new song?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes.
I love her, and one of the reasons I love her is exactly what we talked about on the show. I feel right now, technologically speaking, we're depriving people of music from other eras and times, but all the artists are actually teaching all the younger kids what their inspirations were, and Sabrina Carpenter's a big one for me for that. She has a very old sound to me.
100%.
Very Motown, sort of like 50s poppy. There's a sexiness there. There's her voice is so unique, but she winks. It's like there's something very coquettish and 50s about her in the most modern, fresh approach.
Yeah, she's fire.
She is amazing. She's timeless.
Come on.
I love her.
3 for 3.
I wanna make you smile.
Adam Sandler, Grow Old With You.
What is this song?
I've told people this story before, but I didn't hear it until the moment we were filming, because I tell Adam, you cannot play me anything before.
Yeah.
Anything he has ever sung to me in a movie, I'm hearing it for the first time when the cameras are rolling, and that's usually the take we use.
I'll miss you, kiss you, give you my coat when you are cold.
That song is so loving and humorous and kind, and what gets me emotional about it is how so many people have used it at their weddings, and it's from The Wedding Singer, and none of us knew that movie would even be seen, let alone become something that meant anything to people. So I just go right back to that set of like a piece of an airplane that we filmed for a couple days on, because it's a long sequence. My reaction in that film is me taking it in as I'm listening to the lyrics and hearing his voice.
What I love about Adam Sandler is he can be so silly and then he can rip your heart out with something that's so tender and sweet. And that's so rare. He's a genius musician.
He's an amazing musician. The thing that I saw in Adam that made me ask him and beg him to come meet me at a coffee shop in the 90s. I was like, I can tell that you have the two things that mean the most to me, which is heart and humor. And I believe in my gut from this like cosmic pull we're supposed to be together. So all the films we've done together, we really sit and think about like, where's the balance?
Yeah.
When's it going too far into comedy? And where can we pull it back so that it speaks to the heart, to women? He'll even say like, we've gotten too far into the sweet, we got to go back to the funny. And then we used to say like, well, we know what girls want. And him and his team at Happy Madison would be like, well, we know what boys want.
Well, iconic pairing.
Am I 3 for 3?
4 for 4.
I'm 4 for 4. Nirvana.
Yes. You like Nirvana?
Never mind. Oh my God, yes.
Take me back to you'd hear Nirvana for the first time.
I mean, I became aware of them because if you couldn't really swing
Everyone,
a cat
yeah.
without being inundated with Nirvana. When that first record came out, it was a real game changer.
100%.
That was a tipping point, that album. And you felt it. One of my Nirvana memories is quite naughty, actually. I had a big old makeout session in a car with someone to that album in the morning sun. And it was real sexy and fun. And so when I hear that album, I go straight back to that car. But eventually, I weirdly ended up meeting Eric Erlandson from Hole and going on tour with Hole. And Kurt Cobain had passed at that point, but I am the proud godmother of his daughter. And I ended up becoming a part of that world accidentally. I think that he means so much to people because he was a true genius. And I never got the fortune of meeting him. But I know the people in his world, and I know what he means to people.
The song sounded so different, and it was a new spin, but it was also timeless, and like timeless classic songwriting and melody that hooks you in.
I was really
You know?
like intrigued when Bradley Cooper said in A Star Is Born about like, I guess he didn't say it, Sam Elliott said it on his behalf about how few chords and notes that make up and comprise music.
Yeah.
And it's what people do with them.
Music is essentially 12 notes between any octave. 12 notes and the octave repeats. It's the same story, told over and over. All any artist can offer the world is how they see those 12 notes.
And so we're all pulling from recycled inspiration and other people and art of stuff from the beginning of time. And it's like, what do you do with that? Yet some people really just come out of the gate as these pure originals, and he was one of those people.
Why is it so hard to accept the party is over? You came with your
SZA.
new friends and her mom.
Drew Barrymore, duh. It's funny. I never wanted to play the game Name That Tune because I could never get it. And it's like, oh, I know the song, I know the words. What is it? Oh, duh. SZA, Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
What happens? Like, oh, look at this. There's a song. Someone sends it to you. You're like, oh, what's this?
I don't remember how I discovered the song. Like, I remember the Bryce Vine song.
Yeah.
You're the next Drew Barry, and I want more.
People came and told me about it, and then I went and found it and listened to it. This is a song was like an organic, it dropped in my life, and I was like, I wonder why this is called my name. Because listening to the lyrics, it doesn't have to do with me. And so then I get to actually ask the source, SZA herself. She asked me to do the music video, and I said, I will be there. And it's just a very quick exchange of a moment. I said, really, this is like so about you and not about me. But if like I could just walk through and, you know, we could make eye contact, that feels right and honoring and present without taking anything away from you. So that's how we did it.
Sorry, I'm so clingy, I don't mean to be a lot. Do you really wanna love me that like you say you do? Give it to me like you say you do.
During that time, we hung out in her trailer and just had like so much fun. And she is so cool. Like, you know when people are so cool and you're like, I feel like such a dweeb?
100%.
But it's like not her making you feel that way or even wanting to. She's just like the epitome of cool. And so I asked her, I was like, why did you name it this? And, she had mentioned something about she had been thinking about me, and this is a timestamp in her life. And for whatever reason that made sense to her in that moment, she stamped it with my name. Such a privilege, because she is the most amazing artist. And I am so glad that someone like her is so recognized as the great artist she is. There's like no one not saying SZA's everything. So I'm just happy for her that her genius comes through and across to everyone. That song is one of the best songs I've ever heard. I can't believe it has my name on it. But it is about her more than it is about me.
This playlist, it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like we got some tunes, some nice tunes. The Aura. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here she comes again.
I love this song.
This is the Name That Tune thing that scares the crap out of me. The Cars.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what Name That Tune always screwed me up, is it's because I'm not a musician. I know the song, but it's like, sometimes it just takes me.
You know that you're doing an amazing job. You're doing better than most people. You are, yeah.
I'm not
You think you're
competitive,
not.
but dope.
You think you're not, but you're crushing.
Thank you.
Hiding my tears in my eyes.
Oh, The Cure.
Don't cry. Boys,
The best.
Yeah.
This is childhood. There was this station in Los Angeles called K-Rock. They were the ones.
Iconic radio station.
It was such an important thing because it was an educational station. It was teaching us all about The Cure and the Smiths and Susie and the Banshees and every important musician that was around at that time. Thompson Twins, the Motels, everything I learned about the new wave came from K-Rock. We just had record stores and there was no internet and everything could not have been more primitive and different.
Yeah.
So radio stations, that's how you learned.
Radio stations, and another thing that's changed is like, because there's not a physical thing,
Yeah.
like a record or a CD, you don't like live with this thing that you can touch and that you look at that you're like, okay, what are the names of the songs? What are the lyrics? It's amazing that we have access to every song in the universe in our pocket. That's incredible.
Yeah.
But you don't feel it, each song or each album in the same way. You know what I mean? You don't
Well,
have
you're
that
talking about a very
connection.
tangible experience.
Yeah.
It's true. I would get more mad about the lack of tangibility with, album art is like some of the best art out there. And, you used to see it this size and now you see it that size if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Album art still to this day is super cool. It's like a weird license to kind of do whatever you want and make noise and be cool. I like that vinyl is coming back. I think each generation rejects what the last had and then the next generation re-embraces what was.
CDs are coming back now.
Yeah. So
Tapes are going to come
Taylor
back
Swift,
soon.
she's bringing back cassettes. Thank you. Like, that's exactly right. I have all my mixtapes still. I never lost any of them. What you just said, I think, is what makes me not mad is we do have every song in our pocket. That I don't know
It's
if I would
great.
trade.
Like, you kind of want both.
I know. That's why I like the iPod. It was like no internet, but music that you want in your pocket. That was a perfect balance to me. I think we went pretty far, and I don't know where we go from here, but I want to be hopeful. If we cannot hold the artists' tapes and records and CDs and 45s and 8-tracks high, that was definitely my generation, I think we just become even more passionate about the artists. The cool thing is like fandom didn't wane from the technological, intangible aspects of music. It just grew bigger and wider and more global. So look at the glass as half full.
This has a long intro.
Wake up, Maggie.
Rod Stewart.
I got something to say.
The prelude is very like Shakespearean court jester, like performing in front of like the royal court, which is so weird because when the song kicks in and that drum kicks in, it is not court jestery at all. It's actually very sexy.
It's a fire song.
His voice was
Come
also
on.
extremely like sexual because it was so raspy and hot. Oh, I love Rod Stewart. I was in Germany when I was 11 years old. Sorry. I started when I was 11 months old, but I was 11 years old and Rod Stewart's band came through Munich where I was filming, and I got to hang out with like the band all night, and it was so wild and crazy and cool. Rod Stewart was like nowhere around. It was mostly his band.
Yeah.
But we were just all like running up and down the hotel hallways, and it was mayhem. It was so much fun.
This is what we were talking about. I love how I played you that song. I have no idea of that story.
Yes.
And
yes.
then it's like, oh, well, here's like this like
Rod
weird-
Stewart is innocent, but man, I totally partied with some of the band. And my friends and I were the crazy ones, but they let us sit on the stage
Yeah.
in Munich when I was 11 months old and 11 years old, paging Dr. Freud. But I was such a big Rod Stewart fan. I feel like that would be an interesting musician for someone super relevant to cover and bring back into the forefront. I think that's what I'm really relying on all these new juggernaut musicians to do, is to like teach this generation right now, like, why was Rod Stewart influential and important?
He needs to get his flowers.
Yeah,
now.
he really does.
It's gonna happen soon.
Yeah, he was amazing. He is amazing.
Take your baby by the hand.
It's not Howard Jones. Hold on.
Make her do a high handstand.
Oh my God, I know this song. It's so irritating.
Take your baby by
I'm stumped.
You are so like there.
do the next thing.
I mean, dance hall
Sure.
days. Wang Chung.
Wang Chung.
Wang Chung.
Wang Chung.
I have no Wang Chung stories. But yeah,
But that's a tune.
I know the song. It's a great song.
It's so good.
It's like that Thompson twin, Howard Jones, like your rhythmic.
Such a good era.
Such a good
Like
era.
MTV, like peak MTV, too.
Exactly.
Crazy music videos, weird.
And
quirky.
Wang Chung's like big hit was like,
Everybody Wang Chung
yeah,
tonight.
exactly. I was like, it has their name in it. Yes.
Everybody Wang Chung tonight.
Yes. Wang Chung,
Okay, that was an outstanding performance.
I failed at one. All right, I'll take it.
Do you think we got a nice playlist?
Yeah, great
like
playlist. You always bust
there's
out great
tunes.
music. I don't know how you have the music library that you do, but hearing that you read the biographies and how much you study, that helps it make sense, because it's like you are a human jukebox and you're doing every kind of artist in every kind of era. So your knowledge is so vast, and I so appreciate what you guys are doing. And then you're just bringing goodness into the world and challenging people at things that are important and meaningful to them. And I can't believe I didn't get Wang Chung. Motherfucker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
Believe me, at midnight tonight, in my bed, I'm going to be like, Wang Chung. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to Wang Chung tonight.
Everybody Wang